What do you think about Walz's descriptions of his military career? Because there's some issues there that people have. I don't know if he flat out ever said that he served in Afghanistan, but he certainly didn't dissuade people from saying that he was when they were saying he didn't correct them.
Right.
There was things
he didn't, and he didn't. And you can look at interviews, and there's no pushback. There's no like, excuse me, I didn't go to Iraq. Right.
Exactly.
And I retired, as my unit was deploying. And so
we were retired a couple months before.
A couple months
deployed,
before,
right?
Yes,
what is the whole story
those guys
behind
know
it?
they know that they're going, right. It's not like they suddenly get a paper, on one day. There's a build up to that, and they're aware of it. And so, even his personnel were saying, look, we all knew we were going. He knew he was going. No, okay, fine. He made the decision, right? But I think with his what do you want to call it, padding of his resume for political purposes, obviously, when he was running for Congress.
Well, there's more than one thing, too, right? He said he was a head coach.
Yeah, he was a head coach. He was
not a head coach. He was an assistant coach, which is an honorable thing. There's nothing wrong with being an assistant coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he also inflated his actual rank, right? He was slated to achieve a certain rank.
Right.
And how did it go? Like he had to commit to the fact that he wasn't going to retire in order to achieve his rank? Is that what it was?
He didn't finish essentially the program, the coursework, for a command sergeant major.
Can you explain how that works?
Well, I mean, he had the rank, right? He was awarded. I think he had gone to, where did he go? I think he went to Italy on an assignment. Look, he's in the National Guard, right? So, first of all, there was sort of this, I've served for 24 years. Or he's not really saying that. His supporters and the people on the Democratic side say, well, he served for 24 years. Yes, he did, okay? But it's the National Guard. And that doesn't mean, I'm not disrespecting at all anyone who serves in the National Guard. It's a very honorable thing to do. I'm just saying they're kind of conflating, just like he did with his rank or these other things, the idea that somehow he was, full-time, 24 years in the military. And he was working as a school teacher, as you pointed out, he was working as a coach. Look, the guy could be who knows? He could be a great guy. I'm just saying that there were statistics that said upwards of 70+% of people have padded their CVs. So what he's done isn't unusual, but it's very much highlighted now. It's like
70%.
Yeah. And look, I've got a service line in the company, Portman Square Group. I am a marketing machine.
Good job.
Thank you. And but we have a due diligence group that does nothing but background investigations, due diligence. And so they spend a lot of time looking at people's CVs or resumes, and it's a shocking number of people. And sometimes it's not really nefarious. It's just okay. Maybe I misspoke, or maybe I did put something in, and I over-egged the pudding a little bit. But then, like 10 or 15 years down the road, you've kind of ridden on that for all that time, and we've seen that happen where people suddenly get called out, right?
Yes.
And so. I don't read too much into the fact that he padded his resume. I think it is very disrespectful that he didn't push back on the idea that he was overseas deployed in combat, or that he claimed that he retired in a position. I think they gave him a master sergeant title or rank when he retired, which is just one step below.
Which is still honorable.
Very honorable.
And it's nothing to be shameful of. Like saying that, just stating the actual rank, it doesn't change anybody's opinion of him at all. Yeah. So, again, so it's a lie that doesn't really elevate you.
It doesn't, and when you get called out on it, it just kind of makes you look like a dipshit, right? And that's something that he's got to deal with now.
But he did once say he was talking about assault rifles. Air quotes, assault rifles for the gun nuts out there. I get it. I'm on your side. But but when he was talking about, you could kind of assault somebody with a BB gun, right?
Yeah.
But when he was talking about them, he said the weapons of war that I carried, I don't know the exact quote, but it was essentially alluding to the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, is it? I don't understand it. Is it necessary? No. Did he feel that it helped in his early days running for a political office? Obviously, right?
Well, he's also seen Joe Biden get away with it. right? Joe Biden has gotten away with lying about his record, lying about his accomplishments, from the beginning back when he was running for Senate.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen that old video where he confronts the guy and tells him he's got a higher IQ than him and how he graduated at the top of his class and all lies.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And you're right. He's gotten away with it, just like, apparently the plagiarism and other issues, and certainly now the mental decline. He's still president, I guess.
I guess. He's kind of not. He's kind of quit.
Who is in charge?